going to purely be about Minoxidil, a hair growth formula that when applied to your head over time will supposedly stop your hair from falling out and potentially grow some more. If you're viewing this, you've probably done your own research and you understand what it's all about. I'm not here to preach to you about what the formula does. As I say, I'm sure you've done your own research. Today, my video, and for the next however many months it might be, will be to show you what it actually does and give you some proper evidence rather than maybe some videos that may not exactly be telling you the truth. Not any video in particular, but this is coming from a user's point of view. So I'll start off by showing you a couple of photos that have been taken last year and early this year before I used the product. Unfortunately, they're not the best, so I do apologise for that, but take a look and you'll get a rough idea of what my hair was like before I started using the product. So basically my hair is receding. It's going from the front and it's going backwards, and although you can't see it on the photos, I was getting a very bald patch at the back, and it seemed to be sort of going down the back of my hair and moving forward. I wasn't in the process, or not in the process of shaving it, so it was just very light on top. I would probably have my hair cut every 4 weeks or so, but to be fair, it was a never-ending task. It's hereditary in my family. My dad is bald all the way to the top, but has hair on the side, and I've just accepted it. Basically, I came across Minoxidil. I cannot remember how. I think it might have been on YouTube. I came across it, a video, and decided to purchase some on a auction site. I got myself 6 months, so I thought I'll give it a try, and we'll see what I could find from the 6 months. So I purchased Minoxidil, 5%. It's from you can't actually get it in this country anymore, but I'm sure if you've done your research you'll be able to know where you can get it from. It's not Regain. This is a far cheaper alternative. It cost me about £25 for 6 months, so £25 I thought I'd give it a go. So basically, as much as I'd love to have done it, I'd love to have started each video from day one and see how we go. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I have started to do it now. 4 months. I'm on to my 4th bottle, so I'm just starting my 4th month. So we're going to take it from here going forward and see how we get on. So basically, to start off from the start, you apply 1 milliliter every 12 hours. I apply it first thing in the morning, last thing at night. It's quite oily. This is the liquid form. It's quite oily. You use the this little device here, suck it up, pipette, I think it is. Suck it up and dab it onto your hair, and then just as I do, I just rub it in and then just allow it to just sort of soak into the hair and into the skin. In about just over an hour, it's the sort of oiliness and everything's gone, and your strands of hair sort of stick together. So what we're looking at is how am I getting on now? I'm 4 months in. Let me start off by saying that I am and was a skeptic. I don't believe that for 25 quid something will grow your hair back to completely how it was. I was under the impression that it might grow a bit back, but it was never ending battle with me. And I thought if you're going to go for something to get your hair back, it's going to have to be like a Harley Street thing, and it will cost you thousands of pounds. So speed up things. Month one, applied it, and I noticed that my hair actually got worse. It started to fall out more. I actually looked more bald than ever, but I did do a bit of research on the internet and found that this possibly was to be true, and potentially you could have this. So I just stuck with it. I monitored my progress to some extent through word of mouth from my wife and from my hairdresser to see how it went. Hairdresser was basically said, I can't see anything, can't notice a difference. Fair dues, we'll go on to month two, see how that goes. Month two, again, I think I started to grow back the hair that I'd lost, so I went back to what it was like at the beginning, and asked the hairdresser on month two. She said, I can see baby hairs, and I started to notice baby hairs at my front here. I just ever so slightly feel them, and but again, I wasn't seeing much coverage, and on month three, I almost want to say it just exploded, in the sense of everything just started to come together. All of a sudden, all my sort of almost say bald patches were literally now covered in some sort of hair. The hair had gone from where it had grown for a very light colour, was now starting to darken and match my actual hair colour itself. So it meant that my hair suddenly looked thicker and that there was more of it. And so by the end of month three, which is practically where we are now, just ever so slightly into month four, I've noticed, and my wife has said, that now I don't actually have, other than obviously the front here, I don't actually have technically any bald patches. There's hair on everywhere around my scalp. It's still thin, but it's a lot thicker than what it was. And so basically, I'm going to keep going with it and see if it gets thicker and thicker, or whether this is going to be the best that I'm going to get it. Obviously, I monitored it through my hairdresser, because she'll be able to see each month what happens. I've just about 2 weeks ago asked for her just to trim it and keep it growing on top, just to see how thick I can get it, because having not really had much hair for years, I'd be interested to see how thick it can get and whether I can actually get this back. I'm monitoring the front here, because here is obviously where it's receded quite a bit, and hopefully it starts to grow forward again. So again, I'm interested to see if that's going to happen. And so at the moment, I'd say it's doing its job, and it's doing its job better than I actually thought it would do. So overall, for 25 quid, it's not bad. My wife says she's really happy with the results, and I think it's brought back some confidence in me, actually, feel that now I've suddenly got hair. I also noticed that I've just come back off holiday, and I've been in a very hot country, and before my head used to burn very quickly. I've actually not suffered from any burning on the top, because all my skin to some extent on my hair has been covered, and I've not actually burnt on top. So again, that goes to show that I'm you know I've got hair growing back there. So overall, can't complain. Couple of things I will say, negativity wise, is mainly around scalp condition. I've seemed to have suffered, more so in the early times, in the early couple of months compared to now. Very dry lumps of skin forming on the head. It used to be called sort of cradle cap for children, where for me it was skin that was growing over the hair, and you literally sort of going like this with your nail and taking out clumps of skin. So I don't know if that's my skin condition anyway, that allows that to happen, but it's not. It has left the skin to be, a bit dry. But I found that some regular anti-dandruff shampoo from a well-known brand will just simply just rub that in and take it all out. And if you keep on top of it, it's not that bad. As I say, now you get every so often you get sort of your dry day or something like that, where you go like that and you sort of feel tiny bits of skin. But other than that, I can't really think of any other negatives around it. I haven't suffered from anything else. I've not grown hair anywhere else on my body, so it's all stuck to my hair. And so overall, I don't have an issue with it. My hairdresser, I think in month 2, asked would I be carrying on, given that I'm getting this sort of dry scalp and she wasn't really seeing much difference. And I did say after 6 months I probably wouldn't buy anymore. I've changed my mind. I'll keep going with this and see the results of what it will look like over however many months I decide to keep it going. My only slight concern now, obviously, is if I eventually come off it, I'm going to be losing all my hair, or not all my hair, but maybe more so than I had originally. But we'll think about that when the time comes. But overall, I say I've got no issues, and I'm quite happy to continue with it. So what I'll do is each month I'll post another video, let you know how I'm getting on, with more pictures so you can see just how the growth is occurring, and obviously you can decide for yourself if this product's for you. But obviously the only thing is, got to remember to be doing it twice a day, every single day, and don't try not to fail. If you miss one application, it's not the end of the world, but always try to keep on top of it. Basically, if you like me, who's got hair but not losing it at a rapid rate, then I'd give it a go. So I'll post another video again in July, and we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, you'll now see some pictures of what my hair now looks like, and I'll do a from the top. And so what we can do is each month I will do some side-by-side shots and just so you get a better understanding. But at the moment it's an introductory video to get you a better understanding of my type of hair, what I think of the product, and we'll take it from there. So we'll go into month number 5 again in July. So thanks for watching. Any comments, please leave them below. Always welcome for subscribers, and I'll always get back to you if you've got any questions for me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next month.